Also, one thing that I'd add, again, two of my clients have gone through the accelerated program. I was so impressed. I actually did hire one of your collaborators, Ryan Folan,
Yeah.
to help me work on my podcast, quite frankly. But you work with a lot of you have different cohorts. You also are invested in quite a few women-led companies, but you have a lot of technical founders. And I was struck, you start off with it's about the story. It's not about the features.
Yeah.
And by week 2 or by week 3, those technical founders, I've seen them in medtech, I've seen them in enterprise SaaS, I've seen them across the board. They stop talking about the features and they start talking about story. And again, that's thanks to you and the mentors that you bring to train and really go through those arduous weeks.
And look, Brenda, on that
What?
point, look,
Mhm.
all of us are led by stories. We love stories. We did stories by the campfire. Like before there was any, can you imagine a world before there was like HBO and
I
CNN
know.
and Fox News and
And that's
stuff?
why
But
we have a sandbox.
it existed back then. And back then, there was a little old fire going on, even before they'd worked out the whole fire thing, which was a startup, by the way. Before that, they were like sitting around a cold something, and they're like, hey, you know what? It's so damn cold, and I'm sitting in this place, and nobody's invented clothes yet. Nobody's invented a fire. Why don't we tell a story? Because that's all we got, right? So we, since the very beginning of time, the only thing that has stayed consistent is the greatest storytellers are the ones that always win, always.
Absolutely.
So Nike, killer storytellers. They don't sell sneakers. They sell the feeling of victory and
Just do
participation,
it. Just
right?
do it.
Patagonia. You want to compete with Patagonia if you're American Apparel? I don't think so. They don't sell T-shirts in Patagonia. They sell a better human being. Apple, forget about it. They get to sell their computers for 3 times more. I have an Apple computer. You think I need an Apple computer? Seriously, I could work with a Dell computer, no problem, save $1,000, go to Cancun and have a very nice holiday. But why don't I do it? Because genuinely, I am convinced I am not only more successful with an Apple computer, but I'm better looking. Right? Convinced of it, right? So they don't sell computers. They sell how these things make us feel. So we have to move people off features. We have to move them to a place where their consumers really understand what the enemy is that they're facing, and they
Yes.
understand how to overcome that enemy, and that this product is seen as the enabler of doing that.
Wow. If you haven't heard about Expert Dojo until my podcast, you've got to look it up.